Hello everybody, it's Brenda. I'm here today with your daily horoscope for April 29th, 2020. It's Aries. You might encounter some rather disturbing opinions or emotions from a friend or a neighbor or a relative, Aries. This person could upset you over something, and not communicating with his or her feelings isn't the approach to try to coax this person into sharing with you now. They aren't upset with you, but they might be if you push. Back off and let this person come to terms with the problems. Your friend will talk to you when the time is right. So that's Aries. Taurus. Some gossip about a friend could reach you today, Taurus, and might seem to be a bit shocking at first. Money could be involved. However, don't accept what you hear at face value. Whoever got this rumor going is apt to be less concerned with the truth than serving a personal agenda. Call your friend and try to learn the facts without prying. The situation is probably far less dramatic than the gossip implies. Taurus. Gemini. Today you might find that others are turning to you for advice today, and you are honored to be in such a position, Gemini. Friends could ask for some information that they know you have. It might involve telling a story or giving practical advice. Whatever it is, you might find it difficult to explain without going into some pretty heavy details. You can do it. Talk slowly. Let what you have to say unfold on its own. Your advice will probably hang on every word. So it's Gemini, Cancer. Today you might take up from some astrologic studies such as astrology, numerology. This seems to be incomprehensible to you at first, Cancer. As a result, you could be tempted to abandon it. You might be tempted to abandon it. Once you get past the jargon, you'll probably find that it's fascinating. Keep a dictionary handy, and you don't worry if you have to go over something several times. You have the brains to do it. Now jump in on time. Leo. A friend might be in such a door mood that you wonder if they are the same person you know and love, Leo. During the day, you might be tempted to try to analyze what's going on, but it's apt to raise more questions than answers. Probably this is a case of too many problems hitting your friend at once. Don't pry, but make sure your friend knows you're there if you're needed. Virgo. A friend or a romantic partner might need your advice, Virgo, and want to discuss a few things that you don't really understand. This could concern the person's job, which involves a lot of technicalities with which you're unfamiliar with. Don't be afraid to stop occasionally and ask for an explanation. If you're going to be of any help, you have to have some idea of what this person is talking about. Libra. Today you might read a book, exercise, or nutrition that seems to be a bit unsettling, Libra. According to the book, you're doing everything wrong. Remember that the author is probably outlining a certain practice that worked for him or her. Everyone is different. Don't change your habits for practices that you don't feel right. Consult a professional if you're still concerned such a person is more than capable of disconcerting what's right for you. Scorpio. Memories and emotions welling up from the past might excite your creative impulse today, Scorpio. You may not quite be able to understand what this all means, but the pictures should keep coming to you nonetheless. It might be a good idea to take some notes, even though you might not comprehend it all. Right? This may be more of a process of releasing ancient tantrums than creating great masterpieces, but even so, it's worth pursuing. That's your Scorpio. Sagittarius. A subject you're researching, perhaps a class or a workshop project, might prove more difficult than you expected, Sagittarius. The resource you consult might be very astrology and thus difficult to read. If you can't find anything comprehensible, try to rent or buy a video about the subject. What's the most important? That your gossip or that you grasp the big picture and the border strokes of the concept or you are studying. Capricorn. Whew. Capricorn. A housemate or a family member may offer to help you with some chores around the house, Capricorn, but you may well sense that their heart just isn't in it. The person is probably overly bored with worry and just needs some kind words and a little advice. Just accept that even though you have help, you'll probably end up doing most of the work yourself. Offer what support you can and think of it as banking good karma. Aquarius. Filling out forms regarding your finances could be a real drag for you today, Aquarius. You'll have to get it done, but you'd rather be elsewhere. It might also seem a little confusing. If you get to it early and concentrate, you should be finished quickly. Then get to whatever you want to do after the morning of intense concentration. And jumping through barricades and hoops that lead to occasional dead end. Reward yourself with something less tedious. Pisces. A contract of some kind might require your careful consideration today, Pisces. You could find it a little difficult to understand as it could be full of fine print and language. Don't be afraid to ask someone who has a bit more experience than you to explain what you're trying to read. It's important to know all the ins and outs before signing anything. Okay, that was your horoscope reading for today, April 29th, 2020. Until tomorrow, I will see you. Bye.